Steps All-Star Gym Marketing Environment and SWOT Analysis. Company Overview. The mission at Steps All-Star Gym is a focus on building the skills of young athletes through team spirit and consistent training. The company's mission statement on the website is, "Where positivity is contagious, our goal each day is to teach our athletes the value of commitment, hard work, integrity, leadership, self-confidence, and a love for cheerleading and tumbling." The vision for Steps is to continue growing, impacting the lives of many young athletes. The gym offers different programs for competitors and casual participants. With a focus on customer satisfaction, employees strive to build strong connections with the kids and the parents. The main skills incorporated into programs are cheer and tumbling, with programs for the young athletes and after-school children. The competitive atmosphere builds team spirit and encourages the young minds to work together and push towards the finish line. Steps has been open for business for 16 years, located in the small town of Canton, Texas. The gym recently changed to a bigger location in Canton last year to accommodate the growing number of students. Starting with a handful of kids, the company now has over 200 children attending. Services. The business model for classes is simple. Weekly classes, 5 classes daily, with up to 15 students per class. Classes typically start at $55 per child, with levels 1 through 5 that define what skills that child has. Members of the gym may receive certain deals such as lower prices when siblings attend together. Steps competitive programs attend several local competitions a year. The non-competitive cheer programs will train the same but refrain from attending competition. Steps offers summer programs incorporating sports such as football, volleyball, and softball. There is also an after-school program for children of elementary to intermediate ages. Steps has a management team that brainstorms and discovers the most efficient ways to operate and improve the gym. With the feedback from employees, management may improve where it is needed and keep the gym operating at the smoothest pace. The services that Steps provides is in the form of the programs. These programs are meant to improve the skills that children desire to have or already obtain. The coaches are skilled to ensure the safety and progress of every child. The first part of the PESTEL analysis is looking at the political factors that impact Steps. Because of the recent occurring coronavirus pandemic, the governor of Texas required all businesses that were not essential to be shut down temporarily. The gym, a non-essential place of business, was one of the temporarily closed companies and hit with the loss of business and members. This cost the gym some major money and loss of some programs as well as employees. Because of the months that the gym's doors were closed and the impending danger of the virus once they were reopened, the gym has now been hit with a lower customer foundation than before. This is a big step back, and the gym will have to fight to get the number of members back up again. Economic. There are several contributing factors to why the gym will struggle to get back the business it enjoyed before COVID-19. Because of the economic hit from the virus, many individuals lost jobs and lost the ability to pay for children's extra activities. Sadly, either the financial instability and the fear of the spreading sickness caused a big loss of gym members. This fear is the same reason why Steps employees could not return. Many employees took the leave of absence as an opportunity, and they either found a better fitting work situation or finally built the courage to leave. Either way, the company took a hit both internally and externally from membership and employees. Social. The gym was reopened May 18th, and parents were then faced with the decision to return. Regardless of financial stability and fear of the pandemic, many parents will reconsider the importance of cheer and tumbling within their child's life. Because of quarantine, parents have had a break and the time to rethink what needs to be prioritized in the family's life. This social factor may strongly affect the rising or declining attendance to the gym. On the other hand, there will be parents who strongly value the effects of cheer on the children's lives and plan to return because of the passion and team spirit. To encourage a rising attendance, the gym has decided to incorporate new sport programs during the summer. Football, softball, and volleyball were chosen and new coaches hired to expand their market. Another social factor impacting the gym is even though the doors have been reopened to the public, there are limits on how many individuals are allowed in the building at once. Only athletes and one parent are allowed at the beginning as the beginning requirements to show preventative measures towards COVID-19. As the state reopened and standards were relaxed to follow the required guidelines, the exterior doors were opened so an audience could gather outside during team practices and private lessons to allow spectators, but not violate preventative guidelines. This gave a good balance and encouraged family involvement, yet still followed precautionary rules to prevent the virus. Environmental. The current issue that is not helping the environment is the overuse of cleaning products used to keep the gym extra sanitized for the general public's safety. Bathrooms are needed to be cleaned after every use along with mats and equipment. Hands are required to be cleaned with soap and water or hand sanitizer upon entering the gym and frequently during visitation. These are just some of the requirements put in place as a precautionary method during the coronavirus outbreak. Because Canton is so small, the business does not concern itself with rules of environmental conservation such as recycling or environmentally friendly products. Eco-friendly lifestyles are not strongly lived out in the country climate that is nowhere near being the concern of the gym. Legal. Cheer is an extremely dangerous sport, as athletes are required to trust one another while performing stunts as well as enhance their own self-confidence. Waivers are put in place for members and visitors for the safety of the gym. Everyone may be liable. A clear understanding of this is necessary to avoid any disastrous lawsuits against the gym. The waivers are necessary for any hosted events or customers renting the gym for private events. In addition, the gym uses many photos from practices and events for advertising purposes, so customers are asked to sign consent forms for that purpose as well. To avoid any unnecessary and unforeseen accidents, the gym has implemented rules such as no fighting, wrestling, violence, standing or jumping on equipment inappropriately, and other unacceptable acts to eliminate the possibility of accidents. The gym enforces good behavior from all the athletes, which builds respect for coaches and enhances a smooth routine. Porter's 5 forces. The first force, competitive rivalry. STEP's biggest threat and only threat currently is the other local cheer gym. With 3 separate locations, a longer history, and multiple championship achievements, the rival gym has a step up from STEP's, as it is very successful, attractive, and large. There are several programs that STEP's has incorporated to compete with this that the opposing gym does not offer. For example, in addition to cheer and tumbling, STEP's has the after-school program, summer day camp, and the new sports camps this summer. This has brought in handfuls of business and created additional awareness. Potential new entrants. Canton, Texas is such a small town. The threat of new gyms rising would be low, especially with the growth and size of the 2 existing gyms. A big factor making the gym successful is the local pride they possess and the amount of time they have built their reputation. It would be difficult for a new gym to enter the scene and create a big competition since Canton is not the largest location to start something like that. The chances are not completely unimaginable, however. Bargaining power of suppliers. Most gym equipment is easily accessible as the products are common. Some equipment, however, can be harder to obtain. For example, the spring floors can become costly based on several factors: location of site, quality, and size. Because the gym is in a smaller town, the company supplying the floor installment could charge larger amounts based on the location of the gym that would cause a longer commute, depending on if the company charged for that inconvenience. Bargaining power of buyers. As quarantine ends and customers are slowly returning, there is power from the customers that could take a second hit on the company. For example, since athletes have missed so much training already, parents could demand extra training, additional classes, private lessons, private lessons to catch their child up to speed. Generally, the gym is understanding and tries its best to anticipate the demands of the customers by creating deals and making statements. This avoids the risk of any drama created by unhappy customers. Substitutes. The gym would not be easily substituted unless a member were to replace the gym by switching to another. However, there are threats of the loss of complete commitment. For example, parents could have their children take private lessons with someone who was not a part of the gym. The children who attend both the day camp and team classes could be removed from the day camp and placed in daycare or have a babysitter hired. The gym offers services at reasonable prices, but individual services could still be substituted. The first element of the SWOT analysis is strengths of an organization. Encouragement and teamwork are huge strengths of the gym. Every member and coach is a part of the Big Cheer family. Through practices, competitions, wins, losses, and celebrations, the team and the gym are there for one another with value and support. The customer service is impeccable, and the customers get wonderful reviews about how amazing everyone is. Employees are passionate to create a strong and helpful relationship with the athletes to encourage them and provide the best progress. Another strength is that the gym is effective at incorporating new, interesting, and revenue-generating programs and events which appeal to participants and the general public. Whether it be additional sport camps or open gym, most programs and events have proven successful. Meetings are held with all employees, certain occupational employees, or individual employees to discuss the improvement on current schedules, routines, and behavior. This shows a receiving viewpoint from superiors towards a newly introduced ideas from employees who are a vital source for information regarding development. The gym is a big part of many parents' and kids' lives. Cheer is a huge interest and requires a lot of time, energy, and money. This is a strength because it makes for loyal customers who are passionate and involved. The investment families will put into cheer shows how big of a commitment the program is to them. As children form a relationship with coaches and teachers through the help provided to them, the kids find the bond encouraging and parents find this sweet and motivating towards their child. The positive feedback from the children is a strength for the gym and for the parents and potential customers because the children will give the most honest reviews which reflect the gym's values. Weaknesses. The higher-ups within the STEPS company neglect the necessary communication and interaction with employees. The feedback and conversing with employees is vital in understanding what needs to be improved or what is succeeding. This is a definite weakness for STEPS. Not only is clear communication necessary to understand how things are running, but it also keeps employees informed, motivated, and happy. Employees are valued based on seniority, gender, skill, age, and various other elements. Superiors choose favorites with employees and children, causing other employees to feel useless and without value. For example, there was a bit of time that there was only one male coach, and in the eyes of the superior, he received extra encouragement and help around the gym when the other coaches received reprimands. He was not capable when handling the basic cleaning tasks or managing his time, and regardless of his lack of effort, he received more grace and instead of the firm instruction the others received. This was wrong as the firm instruction was given to many other employees, even in front of other employees, while he received little to no call-outs on his blunders. This weakness showed inequality and made many employees jealous that he was the favorite. This applied to many favoritism acts on the superior's part. There were several upheld employees even over their mess-ups and lack of expertise in the general positions. Rectifying this weakness will be imperative for steps. Another weakness is the lack of thriftiness and is often the downfall for the gym. For example, cleaning supplies, office supplies, decorations, etc. have a short lifespan, being used and tossed quickly. The gym is often unprepared to reorder these staples. When investing in new products, the gym puts the vision and dream of new items before considering the entire budget, making it unprepared to manage accidents and downfalls the company may face. The owner of the company was at the gym managing it most every day. In addition to this, they owned 2 other businesses and were very controlling of everything, micromanaging every detail. This added a lot of stress as there was a serious lack of leadership on their part and little to no delegation throughout every part of their company. This stress was exercised and taken out on the employees and even some of the children through strict commanding and snapping at annoyances. The lack of control over the stress and emotion created tension within the gym environment, putting everyone on edge. This weakness is an abusive position whenever the boss acknowledged his emotions and reactions, yet used external excuses to give a reason for others to pity him. The third element of the SWOT analysis is to evaluate the opportunities. The gym goes to competitions yearly, training long and hard through routines and stunts to master the chance to win. These competitions give the team a big chance to display their skills and represent the gym in front of the biggest audiences they will face. This is a big opportunity to create awareness for who Steps is. The small town team can show skill and potential to attract many new customers. Through local events like small town fairs or parades, the gym participates to spread awareness of the brand. The gym has an after-school program in which kids are picked up from school and brought to the gym for activities and care until parents pick them up at the end of the workday. The vehicles used to pick up the children are covered with the Steps logo and information about the different programs. The eye-catching vans provide a traveling advertisement that individuals driving naturally notice. Another opportunity that Steps capitalize on is advertising through use of virtual and tangible referencing, such as listing the Steps name and information in other places of business around town in the form of posters and business cards. This has proven effective for the gym along with word of mouth. Canton is such a small town, the cheer gym selection is not as large as it would be in a busier town. This is a big opportunity for the gym as it narrows the competition and can enable the gym to be specific about what it offers to the locals to really make it the most attractive choice. The last point in the SWOT analysis are the threats for the organization. Without a large customer base, the gym will start to fail in regard to its cheerleading focus. Because the athletes are children, risk of the loss of interest and commitment are high compared to more mature and older individuals. There are kids that stick with the sport or parents who push the kids through because of how large of an investment it is. However, there is still a real threat that the children involved will lose interest with the sport, especially when told to do it by well-meaning parents. The local competition that is the largest threat in the other popular cheer gym in town. The gym is constantly comparing itself to the other competition to see what can be improved and how big of a threat it is. Although Steps has a lot of potential opportunities to offer new and current customers, there is a lot of fear from the opposing gym who might develop new and unique systems, affordable prices, or a highly attractive environment. As cheer is receiving more recognition, the sport is growing. With this growth comes additional attention to the safety and improvements that can be incorporated. New requirements that may take additional funding, time, and effort are an ever-present threat to the gym. This also applies to any stunts that require certain equipment that is costly, yet those stunts may be necessary for a chain reaction in improving the gym's performance and therefore improving the reputation the gym upholds. Steps has faced several damages to the property by weather, the unthoughtful actions of children, and the act of violation to property from harmful individuals. For example, the company vehicles were vandalized, which required the gym to completely replace one of the vans and purchase the parts needed to fix the others. These accidents and unfortunate events that occur can take a big hit on the financial state of the gym. Each of these are real threats to steps. Recommended solutions. To improve on the function and employee status, the company should work on a structured communication system that involves encouragement, constructive criticism, individual motivation, and awareness. There should be an effort to regard each employee as an individual and end the favoritism shown towards specific individuals. Any additional benefit should be shown through a raise to a higher position or salary, not through treating them with a completely different demeanor than other workers. In addition to a structured benefit plan, the boss could solve the unneeded work-related stress by delegating work to additional individuals that could handle details efficiently, which would create a relaxed workplace. These would be the first steps in improving employees' work environment to enhance work performance. Instead of a constant fear of the threats, there should be a consideration for improvement on the company. For example, when faced with a successful new attraction from competition, steps may look for ways to one-up that competition and direct the focus back to the gym. Instead of the impending threat from other businesses or teams, budgets, and other threats, there should be focus on preparation and improvement to maximize the safety of the gym's status. To expand the customer base, steps should maximize advertising methods to create the most awareness. This will prioritize the gym in the potential customer's mind, creating awareness. By reaching out to previous participants and maintaining strong relationships with current participants, steps will continue to expand their customer base.